everybody, and welcome back to episode 10 of the pre-production meeting. I'm your co-host, Josh Urquhart, and as always, I'm here with the one and only...
Austin Scott. That is the name.
That is the name. Austin, how are you, mate? How has this week been for you?
Really productive.
Yeah?
Versus last week. Everyone that tuned in last week knew that Josh and I were meeting up the day after on Saturday to have a day of progress, and a day of progress it was.
Oh, yeah.
We have a lot to share in that regard. We've got a lot of topics to talk about today.
We do. As much as I love the guest episode, I like the solo episodes as well.
Same, yeah.
Because they have a different format, you know?
Yeah,
exactly. We have, for the guests, we go into them, you know, their own story and stuff like that. And then we have the individual podcasts, which are based around random topics. And we got some juicy ones today, big man.
Exactly right. And just to sort of segue into our first little thing, Josh and I have been talking. We want to create sort of engagement with you all on our social media pages, because we did say when we started this that we were going to sort of engage. And I know myself, I haven't. Have you?
I've tried.
Yeah,
I've tried.
And I thought, well, how can we do it? Really? How can we create engagement on the page? So, came up with an idea for the listeners and the people on the Instagram page. We were thinking that we were going to create like a weekly sort of segment of send us your suggestions of like movies or TV shows that you think Josh and I should watch, and then we will feature it on the podcast and talk about it, give our thoughts on it, and you know, hopefully get a bit of things going that way.
Yes. And
let us know what you think. If that's something you think we should do, by all means, hit us up on Instagram with your favourite movies and TV shows, and we'll get to that.
I think it's perfect. What we'll do, I reckon, weekly, on a specific day each week, we'll put up the little question boxes on Instagram.
Yep.
Put up a little question box and people can send in their requests
100%,
or something that they want us
That's
to
what I was thinking,
review, and we will find a question or a topic that goes along with that movie, and we can do that for the wrap-up each week. And then that way, everybody else will be involved in the podcast.
Exactly right.
You know, we've got even this week, we've got heaps of feedback, and people seem to love the J episode.
Yeah.
Ultra funny. And, you know, people are there listening and enjoying, and hopefully with this, we'll be able to get them in and be a part of the whole process together as well. And what we'll do as well is what we were just talking about. We will hold some giveaways. Some giveaways to get people into the podcast even more, you know, people that haven't heard about it before. We'll be doing giveaways here and there where people can tag a couple friends, follow the page, and you might win a little sneaky gift card of some sort or something like that.
Exactly right.
But
we just wanted to create, you know, we want to include everybody.
Yes.
So we came up with a couple of ideas, and we're keen to hear you guys' thoughts on it.
100%. Well, before we get into it, out of 10, what have you rated this week in terms of progress?
Ooh.
Because there has been a lot.
There has been a lot, and I'm going to go up because, that's another thing we got to go over. Another thing I'll go into the progress. But I'm going to go, it's a 9.
9?
9 this week.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I was saying to Josh pre-recording, I've kind of been stressing a bit lately about the progression of the film and stuff like that. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to bring progression to this episode today. And then I've kind of taken myself back and looked at everything that's happened and happening and things that have happened, and I'm like, you know what, there's been a shit ton. Like,
exactly.
Like I said it either 2 weeks ago or last week. We're beyond the point of no return now.
We are.
It's like official, things are happening, people are saying yes to signing on to the project, and it's getting me really excited. So this week has been a 9, purely based off the fact of the day we had on Saturday.
Yes.
And things that have happened through the week, things that are happening now internationally. And
sorry, what?
You know what I mean.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll go into that in the progress. But I had a thought last night. I was just thinking that is actually crazy.
Yeah.
That this has happened. But we'll get into it. It's not as exciting as it sounds.
I think it's pretty exciting.
It's exciting, but like when
it's pre-production.
Yeah, it's pre-production.
It's pre-production.
So
it's exciting for us because we're moving along
exactly.
the progress, and like we literally worked a whole day on stuff for your film.
Yeah,
and I did the same for me as well, which leads me to my rating out of 10.
Please.
10 out of 10.
Wait, I got to get this up.
10 out of 10.
Right one? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I have, like the progress has been great and everything like that, and you've been doing chapter breakdowns and killing it in that respect and stuff like that, and it's good to now see that the checklist that you sent me, you're now doing.
Yes.
And you're just smashing it. Like you sent me that thing for your director's statement. I went through it and I was going through the checklist. I was like, oh my God.
Did you look at all of them?
Well, I wasn't like looking at it in detail, scrolling down to get to the director's statement, but I was like, wow, like the wheels have taken off for Josh's project now and I couldn't be any more excited.
Yeah.
Like it's now we're both in the, because you were in like pre-production.
We're now in the creative stage.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
pre-production.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Now the fun stuff kicks off.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm so excited. Now everybody as well gets to see the both of us sort of getting to that fun part.
Exactly.
You've all stuck through the boring part.
Yep.
And now we're at the fun part.
And if you guys stick around when we get to the progress, we'll give you a little teaser for my film, which I couldn't before. So let's get straight into this. All right. The segment of the wrap-up. Now, we have a particular show that has been taking the world by storm, to say lightly.
It's one that kind of flew under the radar, didn't it?
It did, but it didn't.
Not talked about show of 2022.
Yeah, but god damn, it is one of the best shows I have ever seen.
And I just want to say, before we reveal the title of it, Josh and I unintentionally started watching this at the same time.
Yes. And I thought that you started watching it because of me.
Yeah.
Because I said it into the chat, but apparently it didn't even click with you.
Started it the night before, and then I'm an old man now. I think I can put on movies and TV shows past 11:30 and watch them. So I started it, watched 20 minutes of it, was immediately hooked.
Dude.
And then Josh...
Talk about hooks.
Yeah, the next night Josh said, boys, you need to watch... Shall we reveal it now?
Let's do it.
Boys, you need to watch Severance. And I was like, oh, I started watching that last night. Yeah. What the fuck? And then, from then Josh and I just binged it.
Oh my God. All right, mate. I think let's get straight into it. Do you want to give them kind of a little summary of what it's about? By the way, this is going to be spoiler free, so you don't need to worry about any spoilers. We're literally gonna just hype the shit out of it, and then you guys hopefully can watch it and enjoy it for yourself.
Because we're both massive fans of this show.
Oh my God, incredible. It's unlike anything. Give them a description.
So
what is it about?
This is actually good practice, because I've been trying to sell this to people at work, and then we go, what's it about? I'm like,
it's so hard to explain, bro.
And I was actually on the phone to my mum on the way over here, and I was like, Mum, you need to watch Severance. So what's it about? And I was like, well, and then I went into it. So
give us a spiel.
Basically, Severance is a procedure that people take in this show. And what they do is they implant a device in your brain that separates, it divides your work life memories with your personal life memories, arguably creating two different people.
Yes.
And to put that into terms, when you're at home, not at work, you have no memory of what you did at work that day. And then when you're at work, you have no memory of what you did outside of work. And then arguably the person that's at work is stuck at work.
And the people at work, that person that is created is called an innie. And then the person on the outside is called an outie.
Exactly right.
And you know, there are some shows like this, some original concepts that come along from time to time and absolutely blow you away.
100%.
And this was incredible.
When I started watching it, and the way they open it, and then it just goes like Severance, and then you're into episode 1. And then what really hooked me is like, I was like, oh, mystery, intrigue. This is awesome. This is cool. Because I knew I knew the actor, the main character. And then when he's kind of like that sort of shadow figure, you're like, oh, okay, he doesn't play that. Yeah. And then what really hooked me in afterwards was the cinematography.
Oh my God.
The cinematography in the first 10, 15 minutes of the first episode, I was like, you don't have to, you could make a 40-minute episode of the cinematography in Severance and I would watch it.
The cinematography is unlike anything you ever see. The visual language that they communicate through the camera movements itself.
There was such a subtle thing of when they go to work and they go down in the elevator, and then when they get to that point where they, they go from like outside world into
Yep.
the work, and then they do that thing with the camera,
The Zolly shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that you just see the slightest little change in their face as well, like just a subtle little thing like that, and it just, you're like, oh, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then you're in, and you're like, and there is so much intrigue in this series, man.
Talk about cliffhangers. Each episode ends on the biggest cliffhanger you can imagine for that type of show, for any show.
It just
Really.
escalates.
It's and a show that the last time I watched a show like that just escalated, and like, this can't get any more, I don't know, for the show I'm about to mention, any more intense. This is any more intriguing, right? Breaking Bad was a show that I watched where I was like, okay, this can't get worse than the position they're already in. And it did.
Yep.
And this show it just outdoes itself in terms of mystery. And a thing about this TV show which makes us want to keep watching more is, you know, you have the whole process of the Severance, right? But then the industry that has created this kind of process, this operation that they work for, is called Lumen Industries. And there's some shady shit going down, and we don't know exactly what. And even after the first season, we still don't get answers to things.
And that's the thing. The work they do in Lumen, I couldn't get my head wrapped around it. I was like, but they kind of do a really good job of like, they show you the work they're doing, and then they're like, this is what we're doing, but you don't know what they're doing. They're just working with numbers. And then they're like, oh, some are scarier than others. And then like, it's your job to divide it and all that kind of stuff. Feel it, like, meet quotas and all this kind of stuff. It's your typical like, well, no, actually, it's not like your typical like office sort of workplace. It's very like, trust me, when you watch it, you will just be so attracted to the visuals and everything like that they set up. And the work they do, you're so intrigued by it, and you're just wondering the entire time, what are they doing?
What are they doing? What is going to happen? I think, like I said before, the way that the camera frames people, the way that it moves causes this unsettling effect the whole time you're watching it, from the negative space, right, that you see. You love your negative space, from the way, like you said, in the elevator, the way that the camera, you know, dollies in but zooms out, like just certain things like that. And what this show does better than any show that I've seen is transitions.
Oh, massively.
And there was a thing in high school, you remind me of this, in high school, in uni, that so I don't know if you've ever seen Arrow. I'm going to explain this guy for people that are watching and listening. So in Arrow, the CW show, that was a show that told a present day story combined with a past timeline story. And the way that they transitioned between timelines is what they did. Say, for example, there was a drink bottle, right? Say, for example, there was a stapler in the present day timeline, right? They would do a close up on that stapler, and then there would be a stapler in the past timeline, and they match cut to it. They transition to it, right? And basically it's taking the concept of, there's an item in present day, and the camera does some sort of movement that the transition seems seamless because that same item is in the past timeline. Yeah. And when creating Two's a Lesson, I took this kind of concept, coined my own term for it, called the stapler effect, right? That's just what I was, I think there was a stapler in front of me when me and Lockie were going through the short list. But the stapler effect, that exact thing, and this show does that seamlessly. These transitions where I can't even, like, it gets me chills thinking about it. Like, even, it's so striking. God, if you have epilepsy, don't watch this film.
And they do a good job of like warning beforehand.
Yeah.
Happened. But to touch on your stapler effect, Severance gave me, like, have you heard of the back rooms?
No.
I tried explaining this to someone at work as well. And for anyone that knows what I'm talking about, the back rooms is like, it's this idea that somebody has. It's like a trend on TikTok / social media in general, that like, you'll just be going about your day in normal time, and then there'll be a glitch in reality, and you'll like end up in a place that you're stuck in forever, and then like you'll walk through a door and then there's just this like long hallway to another door, then you open that and then you're in the back rooms and it's just never ending stuff, and there's like demonic.
What is this, a TikTok trend?
No, like it's no,
sounds
it's
like DID.
sorry, not a TikTok trend. It's like a people know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When you search the back rooms on TikTok, I'll show
The
you
back
this
rooms.
after
Okay.
this.
Yeah, sure.
But and then there's like demonic entities there. It's just like bland walls that go forever in a room full of nothing. And it's just you're stuck there now. I got this feeling with Severance.
From Severance, yeah.
And because and what is so intriguing about Severance is how they don't know their way around where they work. But the people, I think that's a bit of a spoiler, so I might not actually say that. But
I know what you're going to say.
When they're walking around the office and the camera's doing, because there's just all white walls everywhere. That's what gave me back room sort of
vibes.
feeling. Yeah, vibes.
Yeah.
And then they'd be tracking back, like the people would be walking, the camera's tracking back in front of them, and then they'd like sort of turn around a corner, and then the camera would go to a white wall. Yeah. Then obviously it's a match cut to another white wall, and they're in a different spot, and then it's a seamless transition. And that was another visually appealing thing to me. And this will be a shock to everybody, and everybody who I've said this to. Ben Stiller made this.
I was going to come across that.
Ben Stiller is the mastermind behind Severance.
The Night of the Museum. Yeah. Ben Stiller. That
Secret
Ben
Life
Stiller.
of Walter Mitty. All that Night at the Museum.
It's him.
Zoolander.
Directed by.
I could not believe it.
That's how I came across this, is because at work I was having to watch the Stephen Colbert Show, right, for work. And I know, sounds like such hard work. I was watching the Stephen Colbert Show and they had Stiller on because they're hyping it up for the Emmys. Little transition into that. Emmys, it's nominated for 14.
Well, rightfully so.
Can I read you out what it's nominated? Then we'll go back to what you're talking about. So it's nominated for Best Production Design, Best Casting, Best Directing, Best Single Cam Picture Editing ×2 for 2 episodes, the Best Main Title Theme, the Best Lead Actor, Adam Scott, and Best Supporting Actor, John Turturro. Turturro. I don't fucking know how to say his name.
Irving?
Yeah, the guy from Transformers.
Yeah.
John Turturro. I'm just sound like I'm having a seizure right now. Old mate John. Christopher Walken is also nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Supporting Actress, Patricia Arquette. Best Drama Series, Best Writing, and it's already won Best Main Title Design and Best Score.
Rightfully so, because I said it to you when you came over on Saturday. I said I watched the intro to it because I like the animation that they do for that. And like everybody knows, I'm a fan of animation, and that's going to be in my film and all that kind of stuff. But the music is so unsettling, and then it's
that same tune. It's like La La Land.
Yeah,
it has that same tune. Just over and over.
They did it, and Only Murders in the Building did it as well. They had a really not a scary theme at all, but they had that like sort of nice piano sort of thing between the episode. Severance did that as well. Yeah, but there's one thing that
motif.
Gives the perfect motif. Yes, but the ending to the intro, it's so like you're in like this sort of blase, and then it just distorts, and then I remember the first time I watched it, I was kind of like, oh my god, it really jolted me. I was like, fuck. I was so uneasy, but that's just what Severance is. It's a master stroke. I cannot it is now in my top 5 TV shows of all time.
It's number 3 for me.
Oh wow, it's up there like. And that and Yellowstone for me are 2. Like,
Yellowstone?
Yeah. Yellowstone.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yellowstone's my number 1.
Yep.
And now Severance is kind of like pushing against it. It's like, oh, I'm here as well, kind of.
It's hard, you know. I was thinking about my top 3, right? And number 1 is The Office, number 2 is How I Met Your Mother, and number 3 is Severance. And this is hard because The Office is amazing, and it will always be, it's my comfort show. So it's like, it's really hard to push that away. How I Met Your Mother has an amazing storyline for, I think, how long did it run? 9 seasons, 8 seasons, one of them. But I think Severance has a possibility to jump from 3 to 2 for me if it runs for long seasons.
Yeah.
Because How I Met Your Mother has an incredible storyline, and that's what puts it number 2 for me. If this runs, I would say 5+. I don't think it will run 5+ seasons, just because the story is so specific. Yeah. So if this runs for more than 5 seasons, I reckon it could move up to 2. But another thing that really struck me with this show is the characters and the writing and the acting, right? Incredible writing, hence why it's up for best writing at the Emmys. Adam Scott, absolutely incredible.
Perfect.
This show, you know it's a good show when the storyline makes you care about these characters at the end, right? And you're with them for, how many episodes are in this? 11?
No,
10?
9.
9.
There's only
9
9
episodes, and they make you give a shit about every single character, even the supporting characters.
Yes. There was what's it called? They did a fucking fantastic job with, why am I forgetting his name? The
Old Mate John?
the other one.
Christopher Walken? Mm-mm. Oh, I don't know his name.
Yeah, why am I forgetting his name? I've just finished Severance.
I know who you're talking
Dylan.
about. Dylan
was his name.
Yep.
What they did was like, he was the funny guy the entire way through.
Yes.
And then he was like the, not cocky guy of the office, but he was just like, yeah, this is my job, this is blah, blah, blah. And all, and like, he was the comic relief and all that kind of stuff. And then they just go, nah, he's got layers. He's got layers.
You and your layers. You love these layers. Hey,
he's got layers. And then what they did emotionally, and then it just, because you get invested in this world, and then they just do something to take you out and put you literally in Lumen.
Yes.
And then you just feel for it, and then you're like, keep it together, dude. Keep it together. And then like, what happens from there happens, and then you're just like, oh my God.
I think what I was trying to do, I wasn't being rude on my phone. I was trying to find the voice messages I sent you.
Oh, no, that's fine.
In terms for the ending. Let me try and find it. Keep talking about it whilst I try to find this.
Josh, so it kind of like, I started before Josh, but Josh finished the first episode before I finished the first episode. Then we were like level run-ins with the show.
Okay,
and then Josh hit me up and goes, plot twist, wasn't expecting that. I was like, don't spoil it. Then I got to it and I was like, holy fuck. And then Josh was like, no spoilers because I'm not up to there. And then I just took off. And then I remember I got home from work and I finished it. And then Josh goes, bro, the ending. And then I was like, bro, I've just finished. He goes, no spoilers, I'm not there yet. And I was like, what? But then, we both finished it. And then what I felt, Josh then sent to me in voice messages. And I couldn't stop laughing when I was listening to them.
This is at 1:05 a.m.
Because it rattled me. The ending rattled me.
Yeah.
And I was like, everything that Josh expressed was what I was feeling.
Yeah.
But I was Beth was asleep and I was just left to my own devices.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do with myself? Like, what do I feel? And then Josh came through with his voice messages.
I think these are non-spoilery. Dylan, I apologize in advance if they're not. But see if you can hear this.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking serious? You can't end like that. You can't. What? Bro, that... No. You can't?
What just happened there? Oh no, wait, there's one more.
I am fucking gobsmacked. That finale was probably the best finale I've ever seen in my life. As well as that cliffhanger was the biggest cliffhanger I've seen in my life. I'm speechless. I'm utterly speechless.
I'm getting chills now.
It sounds a bit sus, but I swear it's just it's going on about the show.
What I said to people at work when they were like, describe Severance and do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. I said, if you were to look up the definition of cliffhanger in the Urban Dictionary,
that was your response to that.
the synopsis and logline, the episode description of episode 9 of Severance will be there. I could not believe it.
That had the best ending, I think, of any series to keep you hooked for a second.
100%.
And you know what? This did what the Matrix couldn't. Shit on the Matrix again. Matrix's whole film was basically leading up to this second season. You didn't know until the very ending that there was going to be a second season. It went so in depth to the characters and the story, and by the time the ending came around, it made you want more.
Yep.
And holy fuck, that ending.
I literally...
The tension.
That's the
tension.
The tension.
The way that they played with tension.
That last episode was just like...
That last 5 minutes.
Tension.
Layers.
Tension.
Baby.
For anybody that's listening and not watching on YouTube, with my hands, I just put one on top of each other, just kept going and going, and then it just reaches a boiling point.
Yeah.
And then you'll understand when you watch it, Josh's reaction is valid because you're just... You're staring at the screen while the credits are rolling and you're like...
What?
No.
Yeah.
What? Get
no,
more.
It can't end like this.
More now. More.
Oh, mate.
Have you seen that TikTok of the person that impersonates 11 from Stranger Things? It's like, Papa.
Oh, yes, I have seen that.
I want more movie.
Yes. That's exactly it. Where can they find this TV show, Austin?
Apple TV.
That leads me into this question. Apple TV has come out with some bangers lately. You got C, right?
Banger.
You got Severance.
Banger.
Ted Lasso, which has always been
Banger.
etc. My question to you, what's the best streaming service right now, Austin?
Oh.
What do you reckon? Because you got Amazon Prime coming out. Oh, my B-reel just went off.
Did it?
Finally, we have a B-reel on the podcast.
In the podcast. Yes,
you know
sir.
what? There we go. All right. We can do this live.
Thank God. Finally.
I know, finally.
It's always when I'm at work, man. It's...
All right. Yeah, I know, finally.
That pause that you're listening to.
There we go.
The
Sorry,
silence
guys.
is very loud, but it's because we're doing our B-reel.
All right, awesome. So, yes. So, you got Amazon Prime coming out with Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. Right? You got many shows on Amazon Prime. You got FX over in America, but Disney Plus, right? You got Welcome to Wrexham. It's just come out. I don't know. Well, I reckon we'll get onto that next week. Right? You got Prey coming out on Disney Plus. You got all the Disney Plus shows coming out on Disney Plus. You know, all the Marvel shows, etc. You got Netflix coming out with amazing films like Me Time, which we'll get into later on. We got, what other ones? You got Binge with House of Dragon, which you got House of Dragon and Lord of the Rings at the moment. Euphoria for Binge.
Westworld's on Binge as well. Or your HBO Max show. Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker. What for you right now is the most elite out of them all?
Well, I look at things that just haven't missed.
Yep.
Haven't missed when I've watched.
Yep.
Apple TV is up there.
I think it's Apple TV at the moment.
Apple TV is up there because they're I rent a lot of things as well when it comes to when I can't find a movie on Netflix, Stan, Amazon, Binge, whatever the streaming service might be. You go into Apple TV, you do pay to but it's like $3 or $4.
This is one on Apple TV as well that I think I'm going to watch next. It's called Succession. Don't tell me you've started it.
I've started it.
Oh my fucking God. Bro, is it good? I've heard it's amazing.
Have you watched The Big Short?
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces.
It's the same filmmaker. It's Adam McKay.
So I like Adam McKay.
Yeah, he's got a really good style
like as well.
Yeah, he did Don't Look Up.
That's right. Yeah.
So he's got a really
Step Brothers as well.
Yeah, he's got a distinct style, and
I like Adam McKay.
Yeah,
is it funny? Or no?
It's you could. I didn't get too much into it.
Right.
Because like I said, I think I'm an old man and I think I can put things on late and watch them and stuff like that. But the Succession is like The Big Short, but just like on the same level.
Okay, cool.
Deal. It's really good.
You got C, Jason Momoa, Blackbird, which just released with Taron Ed.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
I think Apple TV is killing it at the moment.
Ted Lasso.
They've got the Apple TV, I'm pretty sure, fact check me if I'm wrong, guys, but has the most nominations in the Emmys.
It
maybe.
is like so the first show that I watched on Apple TV was Ted Lasso, and I was blown away. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it and how well it was made. And then the second one I watched was C, just because I love Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
and
my brother's been watching that.
That as well. I'm letting this latest season play out so I can just binge it all, because I can't stand this week to week nonsense. Personally, I know some people love it, so I'm not here to say you shouldn't do it.
Yep.
But I'm letting C play out, and C is great.
Okay, cool. They're in their final season.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
cool.
And good. Like, I don't think they could go any further after this season. Given what's happened. C and Severance, obviously, but there's another show on Apple TV that I got a recommendation from a podcast last night. Not personally, I just listened and they were talking about it.
Is it The Capture?
No, it's called The Servant.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, apparently that's really good, and they are that's 4 seasons deep, so there is content to consume.
The Morning Show?
Yeah, that's another one.
I think I've seen up to a certain point of The Morning Show, but that's
I haven't watched
really,
it,
really good.
But it's just like I feel like there's a different production quality.
Oh my
for
God.
Apple TV productions.
Higher.
Yeah, absolutely. Given that
it's like they've got in the best of the best to come in, and it's just more respected.
Yeah, I feel like
more premium quality. I guess.
Exactly right. You could say that. I reckon Apple TV is a premium
streaming
service.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, don't get me wrong, the others have quality in them. Like, you have your Netflix, your Stranger Things, your Animal Kingdoms, your.
I think but the difference is, I think Netflix are overdoing all these streaming services has been around for a while, so they're, I think, going with the profit route. Whereas Apple TV just started. It's more, here you go, quality over quantity for Apple TV.
Yep.
Quantity over quality for the rest.
Yes, absolutely. And then you got your stands. They've got like Yellowstone's, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Then you move over to Amazon. You got The Boys.
Oh, The Boys. Yeah, I was gonna get murdered if I didn't mention The Boys.
The Boys, Rings of Power.
Yep.
Another show. Oh, The Terminal List.
Yeah,
which is one I've just finished.
I think for me it goes Apple TV.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, Disney Plus because they got Hulu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
And then binge.
Yeah. I'd agree with that as well. I think you've really got to separate Apple TV from the rest, because I think, like we just said, it's a premium service, and like not saying like, oh yes, we're in the top 1% to watch Apple TV.
Top 1%.
Top 1%. Oh, if you guys Apple TV,
go.
No, it is. It doesn't miss. It is very, very good with the
Cherry was released on Apple TV as well.
Yes, it was.
Wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yep, absolutely. And the thing with Apple TV is, if you search a film, TV show that you've heard's good, and it's like not on Apple TV, they'll be like, here's the streaming service it's on. Sign up for a week free.
Perfect.
And then if you want to continue, then obviously manage your subscriptions responsibly. But
Apple TV doing
here's the streaming service you can watch it on. So Apple TV it doesn't miss, man. Perfect. I think Apple TV is up there as my number one.
Apple TV, number one. Shake on that. Good.
Apple TV,
awesome.
number one.
We happy with that wrap up segment?
I hope everybody can take Severance review, non-spoilers on board, and much like what we're going to do with your recommendations and talk about it, send us your thoughts on Severance, please. We need to know.
Absolutely insane. We need to know.
It's a top recommend from Josh and I.
Let's do it.
One of the very rare things that Josh and I agree on when it comes to media.
Yes.
So you've witnessed history here first, and for everybody listening, go watch Severance.
All right, done. Perfect. Let's get in.
Good wrap-up segment,
good wrap-up, man. Holy shit. All right, now we are going into the progress. Austin, start.
No, sir.
You want me to
start us off every week, please? I know you've done a lot, and I want people to hear about your film in as much depth as you can reveal. So please, Josh, take the floor.
Let's go. Progress for my film, The Magic Man. Working title. What did I do this week? So as Austin said, I started on the checklist. Last week, what I did is I went through a feature structure and put kind of the beats of the whole story, the whole feature, into the structure of a feature, right? And I'm doing that coming this week again. it's helped me beyond belief. And I'm so glad that I did it the way that I did it. And, you know, everybody has their own ways. I've never adapted a book before. This is how I did it. Now, there was a question I got throughout this week from a couple people, actually, or maybe a comment. It's like, why are you adapting a book? Aren't you just cheating? Are you just, you're just ripping off somebody else's work? And I say to them, there is a category in the Oscars called adapted screenplay. I'm not copying, I'm adapting.
Yes.
That's what it is. And in the kind of, what's it called? Hole that we were in lack of motivation and stuff like that, I needed a leg up. I needed a layup, right? And
needed an assist.
I needed an assist. And, you know, in that kind of dump we were in, somebody else's work to inspire me was the solution to all of this. And that's the route that I went down. That is why I'm adapting a book. Also, it's the challenge of it.
100%.
It's a challenge. It couldn't be more set up for me to adapt and make into a modern day kind of visual picture, right? I think it's perfect. The challenge is what drew me in. The challenge is why I'm doing it. It's written in a whole lot of vernacular, right? Old English slang. There's no information about it anywhere, so I'm having to do everything myself, which is great. And that challenge is, as well as having already that help of the source material, is one that pushed me along to the progress which I'm about to tell you today, and which we've gotten so far ahead. So this week I have done the logline, the synopsis, the beat sheet, the character breakdowns, and the director's statement.
Bro, massive.
Yes.
Absolutely massive.
And so the beat sheet compared to Choose a Lesson, which was my first film, which had around 23 beats. This one has 11, which is perfect because I have a true short film now.
Absolutely.
And the thing with this proof of concept, it doesn't have your traditional, you know, start, middle, end. It has a start, middle, and end, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't have a complete kind of... It's supposed to tease what can be, which is what this...
Severance.
Proof of... yeah, literally. What this proof of concept is. Gives you a little introduction to the characters, the story, the tone, the themes, the premise, and it makes you want more.
Exactly.
And I think I nailed it with the beat sheet, to be fair. I did the character breakdowns not only for the two main characters. I did it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 supporting characters, and then 2 minor characters. And I have photographs to go along with all of those because there are limited photographs in the book, illustrations of these characters, which will help us 100% when it comes to production design, etc.
100%.
And, you know, because this book is so descriptive, it really helped when I was putting the character breakdowns together. But what I thought I would do is I would read you either a logline or synopsis.
I think go with the synopsis. But maybe leave out a couple of things.
Okay. Actually, no, I'll go the logline because the synopsis gives away some characters.
Okay, done.
All right, the logline. As Western treatment fails his daughter's incurable disease, an upper-class, middle-aged Londoner attends a prestigious, old-fangled ball to seek occult assistance from the mysterious public figure the town calls the Mystic.
Damn.
Yes. So that doesn't give away a lot.
Damn.
But it gives away the premise, the logline of the short film. Not the whole story, the short film.
The short film, yeah.
Right? And that is what happens in the short film, basically.
Yeah.
What I thought I would do, maybe I'll read you a character breakdown as well, but just change the name to the Magic Man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do it.
So this is a description of the main character. The Magic Man is difficult to define. He's elusive yet absolutely distinct in unique physical and mental individuality. His eyes light up with a flash that shows the fire of the soul within. His firm mouth is hidden beneath a dark moustache, accompanied by a crisp and well-trimmed beard cut to a point. His head covered by wavy brown hair poised firmly on the shoulders. What makes the Magic Man stand out isn't his clean-cut, pristine features, yet it is the air of command that surrounds him in every room he enters. His presence conveys power, one accustomed to dominate or to be obeyed, yet all this serving as unconscious superiority. He can be seen donning an immaculate, irreproachable evening suit that signifies dignity above the level of ordinary men. The Magic Man is a man of intrigue and mystery, one that possesses mystical abilities beyond the realm of quotidian contemplation.
This is the big words, man. The big words.
And I have antecedents. So antecedents are characters that you can take some inspiration off from other pieces of work. I have Dumbledore from Fantastic Beasts, Jude Law's version of Dumbledore. I have Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Oh, bless. Yep.
And then I have this guy named Jesus from the Bible. So that's a little teaser, and that's all I'm going to give you for now of the main character and the logline for my story.
That's fucking awesome. It's honestly, like, the thing is, we've been hearing about, well, both the progress in our film, like we said at the start of the episode. Josh has been doing chapter breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Now he's in the fun part.
I'm in the fun part, and I'm
he's been
it.
texting me when he's been working. He's like, bro, I can't wipe the smile off my face. I'm just, everything's falling into place and everything like that.
Yeah,
and I'm this is so good because now, like Severance, like, we're both here now. We're both in the same sort of area, and we're both just taking off with the stuff we're doing.
Yeah,
and bro,
crunching those numbers, man.
Yeah, and it's so exciting, and everybody here has been here from day dot, and you know, like, things are happening now.
Things are happening.
It's beyond belief.
The creative juices are definitely flowing, and that's what I'm loving. You know,
100%.
We've got the hard yucky out of the way. I think in the way that I did it, even when doing the beat sheet was so easy because I've already done the beats for that chapter.
Yeah,
and it's just so cool. I'm envisioning how I'm starting the film, how I'm ending it. It's all falling into play, and all I need to do now, I think I'm up to the break. No, what am I up to? I think I'm up to the Bible. I'm going to do the Bible.
Yeah.
Do the Bible, the 1-page outline, and then I start writing.
There you go.
And then we're set.
Then the script, then the screenplay out, and I personally can't wait to read it because Josh teased me with the opening shot.
Yes,
and the way he described it, I pictured it like, obviously off what you're saying, but I pictured it exactly the way you said it, and I like the first shot I have in mind is very Dune-esque.
Yeah, like, Dune, Mad Max kind of. Yeah, I just let's go.
And that, it gets me excited because the thing is like, yes, we've been here since day dot with the podcast and the idea that stemmed from it and stuff like that. But the fact that one day both you and I are going to sit there and just say, we fucking did it.
Yeah.
Kind 100%. Of thing. That's sort of becoming like a thought in my mind now where at the start I was like, yep, it's an idea. And then like, you know, here's what we do together.
There was an idea.
Exactly. Like a great man once said, there was an idea. To bring together a group of remarkable
people. Which there will be.
Exactly right. The thing is, once it's all said and done, all the stress that we've both gone through, the hole that we went through.
Yes. It would have been all worth it.
It's going to be all worth it.
100%.
And like, we're just going to, everybody that's been a part of it, the listeners, Bella Vista for letting us use their podcast studio for this reason. The people that have supported us the way through, it's just going to be the most rewarding thing ever. And that's starting to become like a little reality in my head now.
You know what idea I just got in my head? An after party for the premieres held here at Bella Vista, followed by a podcast with everybody.
I think Bella Vista's making some changes in this studio right now.
This will have a different look next week as well.
There's a bit more space. There's a bit more, you know? So I think that might be something we'll have to do as well.
And then I also did stuff for your film, but I did the producer statement. But then I also did stuff which I think you're about to touch on. So Austin, take us away with your progress.
Just before we do that,
yes,
shake my hand. You should be very proud of all the things you've done, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Thank you, mate.
And the thing is like, I don't look at my phone and go, oh, Josh is texting me again, kind of thing. Or like, oh, another voice message from Josh kind of thing. I'm like, what is it? Like, let me read it, let me hear it, because I just know this is crazy. But yeah, it just gets me excited, and the creative juices are well and truly flowing. Yeah. And so yes.
Thank you, man.
Be very proud of yourselves. Be very proud of
Thank
yourself.
you. I am, and I'm even more proud of you. So let's go. What have you done this week?
Okay, so
what have we done this week? Let's go.
After last week's podcast, Josh and I had a day together on Saturday and just went through a whole bunch of stuff, confirming people on the projects, confirming
Yes,
head of
yes,
departments, confirming things in general, all that kind of stuff. We did research into things that we thought were going to break bank, and they're not really going to break bank. And like,
Yes.
well, depending on how things go.
Well, let's hope.
So it really got me excited and really stuff like that. So in saying this, we have locked in the sound recordist. We've
Yes.
locked in the production designer.
Yeah.
We've locked in a DOP.
We have, and we have a meeting with him on Tuesday.
I couldn't be any more excited.
Let's not say his name until we
exactly
confirm.
Right. Yeah, exactly right.
everything.
We have a DOP.
Yes.
Animation is starting to happen.
Yes.
It's starting to happen. I've been in talks, and this is what I teased a little earlier in the episode, internationally.
Yes.
I'm talking to a fellow from India.
Ooh, let's go.
About
Shout out our Indian fans if we probably don't have any at the moment, but let's go.
About some character concept art that is
Yes.
going to fit into the environmental concept art that will be part of the crowdfunding
Yes.
campaign
Yes.
that I've also been working on to start up. I have a structure of how I want it to go. I'm
Yep.
just putting little pieces together and I'm getting stuff done, and other people are helping out with that as well to get this
We
off
have
the
two
ground.
concept artists.
Yeah.
Lockie.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, do you have somebody else? Is that yeah, but Lockie has been a massive help as well. He sent me a little tease of what he's been doing.
Wait, what?
I'll show you.
He already sent something.
Yeah, that's what I
How?
mean. He's going overboards, and Lockie, I fucking love you, but take some time to yourself, man. Like, you're a busy man. But obviously the listeners won't see this, but I'll describe it afterwards.
Show us.
But
Oh my God. Holy shit.
he did that. He goes, I'm just playing around with a few things at the moment. I'm going to go into it more on the
Bro,
weekend.
imagine if we had the budget for 3D animation.
Right? That's what I thought. But locked in an animation style with the
That's
character
insane.
concept artist
Should
as
we
well.
show?
If you can get the maybe don't worry about it.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe we can send it to Dylan. He can put it on.
Yeah,
the
right.
screen or
Deal.
something
Yeah,
like
when
that.
you're editing this, remind me and.
But
send it.
yeah, I don't know how much I've given away of Swirling Vortex, but I think I've mentioned that they go into a battle
Yep.
arena,
Yep.
like a Roman Colosseum.
Yep.
And that was just a picture of two gladiators in extraordinary detail of
Insane.
how it's going to look and stuff like that. So
Would that thing be a kitchen utensil?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So the thing is, and that'll come with the once you have an animator on board, they'll go over the finer details. But the character concept artist has locked in the style, like the style I portrayed to him, and the references I gave him. We're kind of going with the style of Invincible
Yep.
into the animation sequence, and
Yep.
so the environment concept art that Lockie is building
Yeah.
at the moment and will send through.
Is he going to do 2D concept art or 3D?
Who? Lockie?
Lockie, yeah.
Uh,
Because that's going to be one that you might want to think about.
yeah, well, I'm thinking that he's going to do the concept art as a whole, and
Yeah.
that will just be like
Yeah,
a
it
2D
would just
layout,
be.
I imagine.
Okay, cool.
And then, so when I was talking to the guy on Fiverr last night,
We ended up going with Fiverr.
Yeah,
But we
100%.
found a trusted, respected person.
absolutely. And Josh said if it's a scam, he's going to refund me. the
Yes,
money
I
or
will.
something. But I believe this guy. I think he's really genuine. I think he's
Yep.
really good.
Yep.
We've been communicating, like the communication has been really good.
Yep.
And it's part of the reason why I stayed up so late last night, because I
Yep.
was talking to him and making sure that the message was conveyed clearly, because I'm not really the best at conveying messages properly. So I made sure that it was, and the fact that he got it from what I was describing, I was like, oh my God.
These people are talented, man.
Yeah. So, we're just going to sort out a few logistics, and then he said it's going to be an 8-day turnaround.
Wow, that's so fast.
Right? Like 8 days.
That's insane.
Like once I send the money,
yeah.
8 days.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
And it works with the crowdfunding.
It
like
will.
What I've got in play and stuff
100%.
like that.
Yep.
So on that front, character concept art is taking off. Environment concept art is taking off. And then I can finally take those two things, give it to the storyboard artist, and the
Yes,
storyboards
that's
can
right.
take off. And then from that, we get into the animatic,
Yes.
which I imagine is going to line up with the choreographer who said he
Yes.
might be available in 5 weeks' time.
Okay.
A week ago, so now 4 weeks. But like I said, I'm not holding him accountable. That was
Okay.
just a rough ballpark guess that
Yes.
he guessed. So then from that, we can start creating the animatic. And then from the animatic, once the animatic's created, old mate animator.
Yeah.
Here's everything I want.
Yeah, we're going to have to push back to animatic.
Yeah.
I have October 2nd. That's
Yeah,
just
so
not going to be viable.
Then the
Oh, no, I don't. Complete animatic. November 19th.
there you go, plenty of time.
Okay, easy.
So then, so like the animation is animating at the moment. It is formulating. It's just this big ball of goo at the moment, and it's slowly molding into the thing. And this is the thing I've been stressing about the most. Was like I don't know how to convey what I want with the animation, but now that I'm doing it and things are actually happening, like I can see it starting. It's becoming a reality.
It is.
So
exciting.
Yeah.
Reality.
So that's that. The crowdfunding, which is another thing that prioritized as well. I've come up with a structure of how I want to do it. I'm going to come up with how people are going to convey the messages to you lovely people out there and how we can get on board with the project and stuff. And so that's kind of my focus at the moment.
In terms of animation, I chased up JMC and Mr. Opitz said that he hasn't heard anything back yet from the head of animation, but we're still chasing up on that. If we hear back from that, we don't. If we hear back from that, we hear back from that. If not, we got Madimation, which I think
Madimation and
go with.
Yeah, exactly right. And then, like, let's say for whatever reason, Madimation falls through and she's just backlogged, she's busy, blah, blah, blah. Emmanuel might have an animator.
Sorry, what?
You remember ages ago Emmanuel said I might have an animator?
I thought it was concept art. He has a concept artist.
No, it was an animator.
Really?
But I also asked if, like, she could do concept art as well.
Jeez, how many concept artists do you need?
No, but that's the thing. I just like, you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah,
kind of
right.
deal. So there was that. So,
Really?
Has
he given you the deets?
No. I said contact her, and he has, and he's waiting for a response.
Yeah, right.
Kind of deal. So,
okay, that's good.
Yeah, there's avenues. There's avenues on ways to go. So yeah, once that's all done, like I said,
Can I just
concept art, storyboards, animatic, animation, get that done, shoot, put together, film.
Done. And let's say I'm just going to read the roles that were filled out for your film this week.
Yes, please. And that's another thing. A lot of people have signed on.
Yeah.
I say signed on. They've said yes, I'll do it.
We have a DOP. We have a first AC.
Yes, sir.
We are looking for a second AC, but we have a connect. We have a gaff. We have a grip. We have a continuity person. We have a production designer. We basically have a set dresser. We have a makeup artist. We have a sound mix and recordist. We have a boom op. What? Why did I do that? We have did I say first AD?
Yeah, no.
Okay, we have a BTS. We don't have a data wrangler. We have a runner. We have a sound designer for post. We just have a sound designer for post. We're looking for an editor. We're looking for a composer, and we're looking for a sound mixer. But we have a storyboard artist. We have concept artists. We have a possible color grader. We have the cast. We have the main character. We have the other main character. We have 2 supporting characters, and we're looking for one more supporting character. And yes, that is it.
Oh my God. It's just this. I can't
together.
believe just how much it's all coming together and how much, like I said, it's like this big ball of goo at the moment, and it's starting to sculpt into
big ball of goo.
It's starting to sculpt into the dream, like the vision, and like I said, man, when we were in the hole and stuff like that, it was an idea, and then like a lot has happened since then. Yeah, and we're 10 episodes deep in the podcast, and this is all the progress that's up to this part. And I'm so excited because now I feel like there's a weight off the shoulders. And things are happening.
100%.
Oh my God!
And we have a lot. We're gonna have Tuesday together as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Another progress day, Tuesday,
which is good, and we'll hopefully lock in everything. We'll go through. We need to finalize the budget now that after the call that we have, we can finalize the budget. I'm pretty sure.
And another thing, I've got a call today booked in with the production designer.
Yes,
so
awesome.
There'll be lots of fun stuff this time next week, I reckon.
And can I just say, we've also I'll leave that for the no, I'll look this in now. And progress that we've made on the podcast as well. We've got a couple people lined up for guests.
Yes, absolutely.
We've sent out messages. We've got people that have said yes. So it's all about trying to fit them into our schedule. So 100%. We will have guests, and hopefully we'll be going guest solo for episode wise.
And then also, mate, I don't know if I might have actually left him on red. I apologise, good sir. But we've been invited onto a show as well.
Oh yes, we have.
Yeah,
no, we haven't even opened it. I'll wait for you to respond to it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it after this.
Yeah,
but yeah, we've been invited onto a show.
That wasn't for today, was it?
No.
God, imagine it was.
Next week.
Next week?
Next week.
Okay.
But, it's all about just figuring out schedules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll work with him and hopefully get on his show. So
yeah, we're going on a podcast, guys.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. There you go.
You'll also notice as well. I don't know what the turnaround will be, but the studio is going to start to look different as well.
We're going to get some LEDs in here. Apparently, a big TV with the logo.
Bella Vista's making some changes.
All for us as well.
But no, so it's been a 9 out of 10 progress for me. Well, actually, I might bump it up to 9.5.
Yeah,
even
10 out of 10 for me.
10, and 10 out of 10 for Josh. So
perfect.
It's a full steam ahead for both of us.
What time are we on?
We're on 56 minutes.
Shit. All right, let's smash through this last section.
Progress is progressing.
Progress is progressing. That's it, baby. Well done. You get a handshake as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, there you go. All right, now for our final topic of the podcast.
We've got to come up with a name for this.
This one just changes week to week.
Yeah.
Just what's no. I got one. What's the thing in science that changes? You know, when you're doing an experiment, you got the independent variable, the dependent variable. You know, it was a while since you've been in school. I think the dependent variable changes in a science experiment, so maybe we can call it the dependent variable.
Working title.
Working title. Okay, but this week's topic for the dependent variable is "Don't worry, darling."
It's a very interesting one. It's a very interesting one.
Very interesting topic, and we'll smash through it. But holy fuck, man! Talk about drama. And
to talk about one of mine and Josh's most anticipated films of the year. Ever since this has been like teased, and the cast in it, the look of it, just the overall it's probably one of the only trailers I've watched this year, just because I've been excited. And
is that the only reason?
That's the only reason.
Yep. Okay.
And
oh fuck.
No. Yeah, it's probably the only trailer I've watched this year, and just because I'm excited for it.
But now
there's just so much. But the thing is, I don't know if it's helping the experience, because you might go into this knowing all the drama, and your expectations might be through the floor.
But see, that's the thing. In the industry, in the TV industry, you're in the TV industry, any press is good press.
Exactly right.
And holy fuck, this has some press.
Get the people talking about it, and by all means, man.
I think ticket box office sales will be through the roof.
100%.
Just because of this.
100%.
It's an unintended PR stunt.
Well, the star power in it as well, and the people that are involved.
All right. Do you want me to give you a breakdown what this is?
Please, Josh.
So,
Don't
Worry, Darling is a 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community. Begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. It's directed by Olivia Wilde. Gives off Jordan Peele vibes. It's a psychological thriller.
Mm-hmm. And it couldn't be any more different from her first project.
It's her second film.
Yeah.
Her first one is Booksmart.
Booksmart, yep.
Right. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good.
Good film.
Oh my God, I got something fucking stuck in my eye. You talk.
Yeah, so it's directed by Olivia Wilde. She directed Booksmart, and these two films couldn't be any different.
I'm good.
So I'm excited to see where she goes with this.
Yeah, and just, of course, starring Harry Styles, Florence Pugh, Olivia Wilde,
Gemma Chan, Chris
Pine. Fuck me, what a Nick Kroll.
Yep, Nick Kroll as well. Just that alone, is enough to draw you in, and it drew me in. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Florence Pugh drew me in.
Yes,
and then
Harry Styles as well. Everybody wants to say this is Harry Styles, and he was in Dunkirk, but this is his first lead.
Yeah.
This is his first. Showed lead. Up in Eternals. He's got this, and then he's got the My Policeman, which is getting some Oscar buzz as well.
Yeah. So the star power in this alone is enough to draw you in and be like, yep, I'm in for the ride and all that kind of stuff. But then you hear about what's happened.
Would you like me to run through it?
Please run through it. Because I'm a bit hazy on it. I have an idea of what's happened.
All right.
But I'm a bit,
So this has many layers. And for people that don't know, but you surely have heard about it if you have any social media, right?
Yeah.
Let's start from the very beginning. Florence Pugh. Let's start with Florence Pugh's part of this whole story. Let's do what's it called? The Last Jewels kind of thing where we go different perspectives. Florence Pugh's perspective. She signed on. Olivia Wilde was one of her inspirations and she was super excited at the start. Florence Pugh is known to be very animated when it comes to promoting her films.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Don't Worry Darling, she's been dead silent. And these are the reasons.
There's the reasons why.
Yeah. So first off, Florence Pugh, since signing on, since the filming process is done, has had no love shown for this film on social media. She has done nothing.
Yep.
This is different because she usually is very animated about
100%.
her work, like Black Widow, Midsummer, etc. Florence Pugh. So the trailer came out. It's controversial. Definitely drew you in one way or another. But it's very controversial. Florence Pugh criticized the marketing of this trailer as it was marketed basically as this big sexual experience instead of art. And she said the following: when it's reduced to your sex scenes or to watch the most famous man, Harry Styles, in the world go down on you, it's not why we do it. It's not why I'm in the industry.
Exactly right, yeah.
Florence Pugh has also said she's not doing any press for this film whatsoever. They had the Venice Film Festival this week. She was there, just did not do any press. She walked the carpet. That was that. And Florence Pugh is said to have had spats with Olivia Wilde, the director, on set, which we'll get into, and spats with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf was originally casted in this film
as Harry Styles'
character. And now we're going to turn to Shia LaBeouf's version of it. Shia LaBeouf left the film at the very start due to scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
It later came out that Shia LaBeouf was getting, he was in trouble because one of his exes done him for domestic violence or something like that. There was allegations against him. Olivia Wilde comes out and says that he was fired from the film.
Yes.
Which then eventually Shia LaBeouf comes back and says, no, I quit from your film and here's the receipts, and released a video of Olivia Wilde begging him to come back onto the film.
Yes.
And there's just drama. And this goes now into Olivia Wilde's kind of perspective.
Now I'm keen to hear Olivia Wilde's because I don't know what she's done.
Olivia Wilde was with Jason Sudeikis, as we know. They split, and as she was promoting this film, as we know, Jason Sudeikis' lawyer handed her custody files on stage while she was promoting this film. This is where Olivia Wilde's drama starts. Olivia Wilde then starts, the process, whatever, fires Shia LaBeouf, and Harry Styles comes in. They start dating. And this fucks with everybody on set because Florence is angry because it should be about Harry and Florence trying to build chemistry for their characters.
Yeah.
And Olivia and Harry were just allegedly disappearing off set, right? And everybody would be like, where the fuck are they? Right? So that causes some scuffles between everybody, basically. So Shia LaBeouf left because of, he said originally, was lack of set rehearsal time. And I think that's what he's going with now as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and then there's things come out of Olivia Wilde and Florence Pugh disliking each other, with videos coming out of Olivia Wilde being demeaning to Florence Pugh, calling her Miss Flo.
Miss Flo, yeah.
With even some of Florence's reps putting in their Instagram bios, rep for Miss Flo or something like that. So you can see there's just tension between them. This leads us to the Venice Film Festival.
Yes.
Where they all come together. There's so much press and drama because of this. Everybody hates everybody, Olivia Wilde apparently hates Florence. Florence hates fucking Olivia, and then Florence hates Shia, but Shia's not part of the film anymore, and it's just fucking drama filled. Which then comes to the end of the there was a standing ovation. Everybody seemed to be happy or whatever. Harry Styles comes into the room to sit, right? You got Olivia Wilde, you got Chris Pine, you got Harry Styles. Harry Styles is seen to come in and what looks like spit on Chris Pine's shoe till Chris Pine stops clapping and looks down and acknowledges that something has just been done.
Yeah.
But it has since come out that apparently Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles have broken up, and instead of spitting, what he said was under his breath, bitch, to Olivia Wilde, and that's why Chris Pine stopped. But Harry Styles made fun of these allegations that he spit on Chris Pine and had a concert the day after the Venice Film Festival and was like, sorry guys, now back, just had to drop off to Venice to spit on Chris Pine.
Yeah.
We love a self-aware man.
Yes,
right?
exactly right.
But now, Olivia Wilde has shut down all rumors saying they're just tabloid gossips, and Florence isn't saying anything about the film. You know, you don't need to do press for this self as it's done it. For itself.
Exactly right.
It's just drama after drama. It's basically everybody hates everybody. Massive, there's love triangles and shit, and Florence is just not happy, and Florence's excuse for not doing press because she's doing June, the sequel to June. But that is kind of disproved when Timothy Chalamet, who's the head of June, was seen doing maybe Cannes or whatever, some film festival earlier on. So there's like no really excuse for Flo not to do anything. But that's basically everything. I think
that's good because that helps me out, because I thought that it was like a Florence and Olivia were fighting over Harry. That's what I heard initially. But then that's just your fucking fake news. Bullshit. But then hearing that Olivia and Harry kept disappearing off set, just leaving everybody like high and dry, like where the fuck is the director and the main character kind of deal.
I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Then it brings me to, like, Florence has got a point. Like, I agree with her because the way that it was marketed as like this big sexual experience, it does take away from the expectations.
Olivia Wilde said she was trying to bring light to women's self-pleasure.
Yeah.
But then it's just, it ain't women's self-pleasure. It's just you're basically seeing the most famous man in the world go down on
seeing two very attractive people,
literally, and that's how they're promoting it.
Exactly,
not self-pleasure.
Exactly.
But don't get me wrong, the film looks very artistic, very stylized.
Yep.
But have you seen the reviews that have come out?
No, I'm steering clear of reviews. I want to go.
Can I tell you? Guess how much IMDb? I think this is because of review bombings. 1 out of 10.
Fuck.
Which is now up to 2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 33% open.
Take Rotten Tomatoes with a fucking grain of salt.
43 now on Rotten Tomatoes. But that is, I think it's just people review bombing because of the drama and people just taking it as a piss take now.
Yeah, exactly.
But are you going to see this film still, even
100%.
with knowing anything?
Yeah.
Do you think that this press has made you want to watch it more?
Well, yeah, definitely, because then you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, there's bad blood between you, there's bad blood between you, there's bad blood between you.
Was that,
should have happened here?
Was that mean look serious? Or like,
exactly
what's
right.
happening?
So, and Gemma Chan and Chris Pine have done a fucking fantastic job of just wiping their hands clean of it and like not getting involved in it, which I applaud to the moon and back. Like, good on yous. But yeah, I'm just interested to see how the film turns out because it is one of my anticipated ones of the year.
Yes, 100%.
And I can't wait for it, to be honest.
This transitions into my last question before we wrap this up. People from other industries trying to make it in the film industry.
Yes.
You know, Harry Styles has done this. Harry Styles has done Dunkirk now. He's done this. I'm going to list you a bunch of people. You tell me if these guys have had a successful transition from their industry to the film industry.
Okay.
Harry Styles.
Successful.
Why?
Because he's landed a Marvel contract.
True. Dwayne Johnson, from wrestling to film.
Massively successful. Come on, man.
Do you like his films, though? They're all the same. He plays the same fucking character.
He does play the same character. A couple of his earlier stuff, like Snitch, Faster, Walking Tall.
Fast 5.
Take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. There was also one that it was one that people didn't like, Rampage.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Rampage.
Of course you did.
There was... But the one of his like things I hold high was Ballers. Did you ever watch Ballers?
No, I didn't. I heard
Ballers was really good. So I'd say
successful. All right, Lady Gaga.
She's only had the one, hasn't she?
She's got 3 Oscar nominations, including 1 win.
Well, there you go.
She's
for the one movie,
Star is Born, House of Gucci. She's in the new Joker film.
Yeah,
she smashed it.
Yeah, okay,
she smashed it.
Well, think of it like A Star is Born is a massive title, and then House of Gucci, Ridley Scott, massive title.
Yep.
And now Joker, massive title. Success.
Yep.
Successful.
Okay,
man.
cool.
And she's ultimately successful in her other industry as well.
Okay. John Cena.
Successful.
He's had some ups and downs.
Massively. But that's
I think
the thing.
he's coming to his thing with Peacemaker.
Yeah, you've got to sort of you got to kiss a couple of frogs before you get the prince, right?
Okay, cool. Done. Jordan Peele, because he was a comedian.
Oh, look, people have views on it.
Yeah.
Like me, for example, I think he's 3 from 3. Like he's successful because all his comedic stuff is successful.
Did you see Logan Paul go off at Jordan Peele?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh wait, I think I did. His
Yeah.
review
Yeah.
of Nope. Yeah. No, I'd say he's success because he's solidifying himself up there as a great director,
Cool.
and I'm excited to see what comes for his future.
Amazing. Megan the Stallion.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't even, Dylan, don't even put that in the episode.
No, Dylan, keep that in. With the little gif of Megan the Stallion twerking. All right. Last but not least, Kevin Hart.
See, that's a decisive one. It's a bit of a decisive or divisive or whatever word I'm looking for. It's like a divide. Like, he had a really good series that no one's heard of. Have you heard of True Story on Netflix? Bro, watch it.
Okay.
That's another recommendation to you all. True Story starring Kevin Hart on Netflix. Watch it. Kevin Hart plays Kevin Hart in every movie.
Yeah.
And what movie was it that I watched of him recently?
Me Time.
Me Time. He was like, that was pointless.
Do you want to spill on that for a little bit?
We're already sort of over, and I'll probably
Just give us a brief little rant on Me Time. Why didn't you like it? Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Hart, the new Netflix original.
Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart should have worked because, you just see two big stars like that bouncing off one another and it should be fun. Mark Wahlberg shouldn't even be in the fucking film.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's character is a little bitch and it just, I get the message they're trying to send, but it just
What are you holding there? You're really angry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even realise.
Captain Hook there.
No, it just doesn't work. And
Yeah, right.
the whole side plot of Mark Wahlberg's character is just like, why are you even here? And then the way he contributes to the film, you're like, why did that even happen?
Yeah.
And then when they go back to Kevin Hart's place to continue the fucking Me Time or whatever, why is this happening?
But Seal was in it.
Why is Seal there? It's just why the entire time. And then when it ended, I was like, oh, God, no.
Yeah,
good.
okay. Fair enough.
Good.
He's hit and miss, Kevin Hart. He plays the same. He kind of gets old. He was good in about 2018.
Yeah, exactly.
When his shit was new. Like the ride-along movies with Ice Cube. Yeah, and Jumanji, him and Dwayne, great duo.
Central Intelligence. Get Hard with Will
Get
Ferrell.
Hard, that was good. But now he's just making the same Netflix movies over and over again. With the same, he's a family man and has to do something against,
But I promise you all, watch True Story on Netflix. It's I think it's a limited series. It's 10 episodes maybe.
Yeah, right.
But really good.
Was it like real life or is it?
No. It's essentially it's a bit hard to explain, but obviously he's a comedian in real life. They touch on that in the story, and it's about him maintaining his public image.
Okay, right.
Things go wrong. Things happen.
Perfect.
Twisty-turny.
All right.
So,
There you
with that
go.
being said, I think we're going to wrap a nice little bow on this episode.
Say that every time.
I know. It's tradition, man. So I think we'll wrap a nice little bow. And Josh here is going to let you lovely people know where you can find us.
Yes, find us on the Pre-Prod Pod Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget to send us in your recommendations, which we will put on the podcast, I reckon, Tuesday, the day after that the episode has come out.
Yep.
Find us on the pre-production meeting on YouTube. Subscribe, also give us a Spotify 5-star review so we can get on some recommended pages and stuff like that.
Spotify, Apple as
Yep.
well. Wherever you listen to us, leave us a review.
Alrighty.
Even if you fucking hated us.
Let's go. All right. Well, we have a lot of stuff to do for the rest of this week, and hopefully we'll be back with some good progress next week.
Awesome. It's been a great episode.
Alrighty.
Catch us later.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Bye-bye.